Alright, so if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you know that I've had tonsillitis for a long time and longer than what I initially said that I had. Because when I actually sat down and thought about it, I realized that like sophomore year of high school, I kept coughing out these weird white things and I didn't know what they were. And then I took a second and I realized that those were tonsil stones and I just didn't know what was going on. And then progressively over the years, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And the past, like, this time, 2018, I finally was like, this is like, something's wrong. And, I like Googled what it was and like what this white stuff was. And I went to the dentist and told them that I had it, and they prescribed me clindamycin, but like as pills, as a way to like get all the bacteria out, which was okay at first, but then like 2 months later it was right back. And like September of 2019 it started to become painful, and a few months before September of 2019 I think they gave me clindamycin again, and then it didn't work like at all. Like there was zero improvement. I was just taking pills just to take pills. So finally I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and he looked at my tonsils and was like, well, I mean, they're not swollen. And I'm like, well, I'm in pain. And at first, like, it was like not like a pain, but like a discomfort. And then, like, by the time October rolled around, like, I was in pain. And by the time November rolled around, like, if I was singing, they would, because this side was the worst, there'd just be this sharp pain that would go throughout this whole thing. It made me gag, it made me throw up, and I was singing throughout this whole thing, which is why, like, displeased with my singing for the past few years, because I had an infection during a time period where I didn't even know I had an infection, and during the time period I had an infection for like a good 5 years, and just most of those years had no idea. The fact that I still sang so well while having tonsillitis was dope, because a lot of people can't even sing when they have it, especially when they have it to the severity that I had it. So like the only issues that I had was whenever I was saying, like, the tonsil stones, like the tonsils are vibrating and then the tonsil stones start to like push out. So then I would start to choke, and that's where like the gagging and the throwing up would come from. And that is the only reason why I would strain in any of the high notes, because like, again, like, bass for my range is the 4-octave range, and then I can most definitely get into my whistle register, and I did today after years, so that's a win for me. Yeah, I have like a 6-octave range, and like my racist choir teacher even admitted that I had a 6-octave range, so it's not me just making it up, like it is a very real thing. And it really messed with my psyche that like I wasn't singing the way that I know that I could. And even though I without a doubt like objectively sung better than the average person just singing in their car or in the shower, like it wasn't as good as I knew that I could do it, and that's what frustrated me a lot. But yeah, that's why in like previous covers you would hear, our songs, you would hear me strain. It was because I was choking and trying not to throw up. So there's that. But in December, a few weeks ago, I had my tonsils removed, and a little scary, not gonna lie, because they like wheeled me into the thing. Like I had to leave like my family behind, and I was like on like the gurney thing, and they were like pushing me into the surgery room, and I was like, but like thankfully what they put to make me fall asleep didn't hurt, because when I was a kid and they had to put me to sleep to because I had like that condition that like you grow 2 rows of teeth, so I had like my normal rows of teeth, and then I had teeth growing in the back. And as a kid, I would just call them shark teeth because I didn't know what the actual condition was called. They told me, but it was mad long, and I'm a kid, so um, that hurt. Like they had put it like through this arm, and like it like shot up, and it was like this searing pain. It was awful. I don't know why they didn't use what they did for like this surgery for that surgery when I was a kid, but like this surgery, like I felt myself start to like get like, and then I just fell asleep, and then I woke up and my tonsils were nuked out of my body. And the surgeon said, well, you're swollen, you're not swollen. He came in and he was like, I've been doing tonsillectomies for 20 plus years and never have I seen so many tonsil stones in a tonsil. And I was like, thank you, because it was what I was saying the whole time. And we can get into racial politics, but I'm tired. Um, Racial and gender politics, but like I'm tired. So 2 weeks was like the main recovery, and it was really painful. I kept trying not to cry because I knew that it would hurt more if I did. And then finally I just cried, which surprisingly didn't hurt. Um, and I had to take Oxy, liquid Oxy, and then liquid Tylenol. And I like powered through liquid Tylenol. Um, and like I would wake up in the morning and the pain would just be, it was bad. I'd have to like waddle from my room out to here and take the liquid Oxy and just, because it's like a syringe for the liquid Oxy. So I'd have to do that and then put it in my mouth. And I just remember just like this motion a lot because I was just in so much pain. It was like if a bone was just exposed, is what it felt like. It was awful. And then by like the time it was time for me to go for my post-surgical checkup, like I was relatively okay. I could talk again, kind of. For like a week and a half, I just couldn't talk like at all. Like it wasn't happening. Um, and then like those last few days in the first 2 weeks, I like could talk kind of, but like it would still kind of hurt. And right now, I'm like towards the end of recovery because it takes like there's the 2 weeks and then there's like a month, like 2 weeks to a month afterwards to when you'll start to feel normal again. I still don't feel normal, like I'm talking clearly, but like here feels like raw still. And then there's times where like my tongue just kind of just like spasms because like it's not like randomly, but like if I'm like moving it, it'll like, I guess it's just used to like hitting the nonsense that was happening back here, because a lot of the times why I couldn't get a tonsil stone out is because my tongue was in the way. So I think the way everything was positioned, it just was like at like the base of my tongue. And so where the base of my tongue is, it feels like there's something missing. And so my tongue is just like what's happening. Um, like I said earlier, I had accessed my whistle register today. Like healthy notes came out. But then it went like right back to like cracking and stuff again and not being all that healthy. But it's there, which is what matters. And then I haven't really been able to practice too much because I'm at home, so I can't. But when I go back to school and I have practice rooms with a piano and I have dance practice rooms and all these different things, I'll be able to train myself more to get better. I definitely have gotten better so far. I definitely was not bad during my tonsillitis. I'm gonna say that again. It definitely was not bad, but like there was still like a lot of like technical issues that like I wasn't used to having. Um, and that are no longer going to be there because I'm no longer trying to hit a high note while also trying not to throw up, while also trying not to have a tonsil stone come out at the same time. And I posted this on my Instagram, but like me at least being able to sing the way that I was is fairly impressive for a person who was trying not to throw up while doing it. So I'm going to take that win. I've removed all of the Cherry songs because I want to re-record them and have them with my actual voice. Only reason why I released it while I had tonsillitis was for my own mental well-being because I care more about myself than anybody's ears. So there's that. Um, expect more music things. I plan on making a bunch of anime videos, too. It's just I'm not in my dorm yet, so it's kind of hard to film videos at home. But that's why you guys are at like an awkward angle, cause like I still don't have a new tripod because the last tripod has been broken for like a year now, and I just never replaced it. But like I'm going to, so like don't yell at me. Okay, bye.